Put your faith in the light.
Hello guys, welcome to another one of my videos. This is Lightblade, and well, Mythic Plus Season 2 of The War Within has been saved. Blizzard has done incredible changes to the difficulty curve of the next season, which is going to fix the game for both casual and seasoned players alike. Let's go down here where Blizzard has done this huge post, but they have summarized it in these. So I'm going to read every point and give you guys my opinion. First of all, Gilded Crests are available for level 7 keys. This is incredibly good because this is going to, like I said before, make that difficulty curve a lot smoother. In Season 1, this was a huge issue because players got gear but couldn't upgrade it, and they couldn't get past the level of key to get those Gilded Crests. So now I think level 7 is a pretty good place where you can get your Gilded Crest. It's very attainable by everyone, so people are going to be able to upgrade the gear and are not going to be hit by a wall, because this is what led to the dip in numbers in Mythic Plus in Season 1. Now, the next change, hero track available from level 6s. I think this is another great change because people are going to push, they're going to get their heroic track gear from level 6s, and even though it's only a 1 out of 4 heroic piece of gear, they are now going to be able to upgrade a piece of gear that it has certainty that it's going to last for a pretty decent amount of time. So this is just a really nice quality of life change. The next change, Mythic 0 drops champion gear. This is just another nice quality of life change. Champion gear is not like permanent gear or going to last you a very long while, but is going to be a decent level of gear to get from Mythic Zeros, you know, for people that are starting the season or just need to catch up a bit. After that, Tyrannical and Fortified moved to level 7 and level 10. And Challenger's Pearl has been removed. I think this is the biggest and best change from all these ones. Because, well, Challenger's Pearl was just a double whammy on punishment to players. And the punishment was in levels where people have to learn. And how do you learn? You die, you know. You learn by dying, by doing mechanics, failing, you know, but after that you're going to do it better. And Challenger's Pearl robbed the players from that opportunity, because not only you lost time because you died and you have to run back and probably you don't have cooldowns to do damage, you also lost timer on the timer itself, you know. So yes, this change is going to be huge for people, especially people that are trying to push those levels until they reach level 12. Now, the next change is Guile at 12 includes the effects of Challenger's Pearl instead of additional stat. This is another great change that Blizzard is doing, because this affects not only like casual players but also seasoned players. Seasoned players in Season 1 got like stuck on level 12 key because the additional stats that the Xal'atath's buff from that level gave were just too high, you know. At start were 20%. Basically you were going up like 4 key levels at level 12 instead of just the normal 1, and after that it went up by 10%, which it was still like 2 extra key levels that you were going up instead of the normal 1. So the jump was just too high, the wall was very hard to climb. Now, instead of that, Challenger's Pearl is there instead of additional stats, and this is, I think, a good compromise, because people, when they reach the level 12s, obviously they know how to play the game and they shouldn't be dying too much, you know. So I think this is another great change that Blizzard is doing. The next change is another huge win for Blizzard. At level 12 keys cannot deplete past the level once you've timed every dungeon at that difficulty. So as an example here, they say time all 13s and your key cannot deplete past a 13. This is huge, especially for the solo player, because solo players are the ones that get punished the most when your key drops. If you play in a group of 5, you have 5 keys to choose, you know, and if one dies you can just use another one and you're fine. But solo players, when their key dies, they have to re-push that, and sometimes things go south and they have to do it multiple times, losing a lot of time. Personally, this is one of the changes that I like the most, because I normally play as a solo player, and this is going to lead me to try to push, you know, higher and higher keys, because I like to play this way, you know. I like to time every key on the same level and then move to the next one. So this is going to make me always have something that I can push and look forward to. After that, the last change here is the 2850 mount has been moved to 3000 IO. I think this is just a really nice compromise, because, well, with all these changes and quality of life stuff, I think it's fair to move the goalpost a bit higher, you know. So yeah, all these are incredibly good. But not only that, this is the, well, actually first, before we talk about key actual dungeon changes, let's talk about the achievement that you're going to get for every level. So this is the Resilient Keystone achievement. So as you can see, if you complete all 12s, your key can no longer go under 12, same for 13, 14, and all the way up to 25. 25 is gonna be hard, you know. Not many people are gonna be able to do that, but still, this is a great change for seasoned players, especially, like I said before, people that play solo and want to climb the ladder. Now let's go to some dungeon changes. So not only Blizzard has given us great quality of life changes in general, they are also nerfing the specific dungeons. Most of these are going to have time added to them. On top of that, all the changes share a same thing that they're doing, which is they're going to make the casts take longer. So casts that were pretty fast now you have a lot more time to interrupt, you know. They're also doing this thing of increasing ability cooldowns on many creatures in the dungeon. That means that you're going to need less kicks, and mobs are going to do less casts of bolts, heals, and all those things. We can see here in Cinder Bumetery, time is increased, the cast times are increased by 1 second here, and ability cooldowns on the following creatures are going to be increased. That's great. Rookery, the same thing. They're going to smooth out how much crap there's in the ground here. Especially there's a lot of abilities that are no longer are at denial, which is very, very annoying. Reminds me of like Sanguine stuff, you know, and you run out of space to run. They're also doing the same thing here of ability cooldowns are increased on a lot of creatures here. Same for Dark Flame Cleft, timer is increased, and abilities are going to be increased in the cooldown, you know. They're also changing the minecart event. Completing the minecart event now updates the graveyard location on Sprawling Trackyard. Minecart movement is significantly increased while out of combat. Enemies in the minecart event have their health reduced by 10%, darkness health reduced by 10%, darkness minimum health threshold during the minecart event adjusted from 80 to 90%, and the darkness encounter now ends at 55% health. So this is just good because this event was kind of annoying, you know. It took a very long time, and it's very weird to have these type of events and Mythic Plus timed stuff, you know. So yeah, I like these changes. Oh, obviously down we have Priority of the Sacred Flame. They're doing basically the same changes, no? Mobs cast less and their casts are longer, so you can react faster. So yeah, all in all, these changes are incredibly good for all players in the Mythic Plus sphere. New players, seasoned players, everyone is going to get something that is good from this. And well guys, I'm really happy. I think next season I'm going to try to push higher in Mythic Plus, especially because of these changes. And well, that's going to be the video for today, guys. If you enjoyed it, leave a like on it and subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching, everyone.